Caucus training for legislative district chairs. Once you have been notified by the party which location or school is being reserved for your legislative district, you should immediately visit the school and meet with your liaison. This will normally be the vice principal that is in charge of scheduling the school for use. Find out what time the school will be available for you and your helpers to come in and start setting up. Most of the schools have been reserved from 3 o'clock p.m. through 9 o'clock p.m., but that may change due to when school activities for that day will end. Ask about tables and chairs for the check-in area, help desk. With the adoption of the VETI application for use at Caucus, check-in procedures should be quick and smooth. Any problems or issues that may arise will be handled by the help desk. The check-in area and help desk need to be separated and clearly identifiable to Caucus attendees. Ask for and obtain a school floor plan or school map. Many schools have a school floor plan accessible to the public through their school website. Each school may list it in a different location, so ask the school secretary or other office personnel. For example, for Kearns High School, you will need to use the search function on the school's homepage. About a third of the way down the Kearns High School homepage, on the left-hand side, is a search box. Enter the term School Map. The search function brings up the Kearns High School Policy Manual. There is about a paragraph of verbiage and a hyperlink that is highlighted and states, "Read more." When you click on this hyperlink, it brings up a table of contents list. As you scroll down, you will come to the title, Map of School, and a hyperlink under that which reads School Map. This hyperlink will bring up a PDF version of the school map. For Thomas Jefferson Junior High School, you will need to look through the menu item titled Information on the school's home page. When you click on Information, the submenu has a direct link to School Map. When you click on this school map item in the menu, it brings up an HTML version of the school map. In either of these situations, you can print from your computer and have an 8.5 by 11 school map. You can also go to OfficeMax, FedEx Kinko's, or some other printing company and have them take the file directly from the website and print out a poster-sized version of the school map for use at Caucus. This is the recommended option. During your discussion with your school or facility liaison, make sure to note any rooms that are off limits or unavailable. Notable are computer labs and CTE shops that are often off limits and generally are not suited to our purposes. But always check with your liaison so there aren't any misunderstandings. Also make sure to note the capacity of each room. Generally, classrooms are comfortably able to accommodate around 30 individuals. Larger precincts may need to be located in choir or theater rooms, or even in an auditorium, or utilize the common area if there is one. Of course, these decisions on where to locate precincts will rely on the size of the facility and the size of the precinct. Assign precincts to rooms based on attendance numbers at previous caucuses. The presidential preference vote at the last caucus skewed attendance numbers, so go back 3 caucuses ago to get a good attendance number for each precinct. Here is an example of a precinct attendance chart and room assignment. List the precinct and the largest attendance number at the last 2 non-presidential preference caucuses, then assign rooms starting with the precinct with the largest attendance. Also make sure there is adequate area in a centralized location to set up check-in stations and a help desk. You will need to download and print a copy of the map of every precinct in your legislative district. Go to the Salt Lake County Clerk's website at http://slco.org/CLERK. Scroll down about half a page until you see Maps as one of the menu items. Click on Maps. About halfway down the next page is Precinct Maps. From that point forward, all the precinct maps are listed in alphabetical order. Once you have all your precinct maps printed, you will need 3 copies each of the precinct room assignment sheet. One is to be posted outside the door of the room in which the precinct is meeting. One is to be posted side by side in list order with the precinct map. The last one is to be posted with the school map with a string connecting the precinct room assignment sheet to the assigned room on the map. These should be posted on a wall in a conspicuous area that can be clearly seen by all. Here is an example of how you can use the building layout to your advantage when setting up for Caucus. Please note some of the principles at work in this scenario. The first thing you will notice is that the help desks are on the other side of the room from the check-in desks. The help desk is where we send every Caucus attendee that has a problem at check-in. It may be that person has not updated their driver's license or has not updated their voter registration when they moved into the precinct. First-time voters and those wishing to change their political party affiliation will need to fill out voter registration forms and affiliate at the help desk. If a person claims to be a registered voter but does not come up in the system, they will need to fill out a voter registration form. Absentee ballots will be handled by the precinct chair. These Caucus attendees are sent to the help desk so that the check-in desks are not a source of congestion. The next thing you will notice is that there are only 3 lines to check in. We will control the flow by channeling every Caucus attendee through one of those 3 lines. Your particular facility may allow for 4 or 5 lines. If there is an issue, the Caucus attendees are sent to the help desk to receive the help they need. The check-in clerk scans the attendee's driver's license with the VETI application. When the attendee's information comes up, the clerk shows the attendee, who verifies that the information is correct. If there is no line and there is time, the clerk can ask for a text-capable phone number and valid email address. If there is a line, this step will be left to the precinct chair to attend to. The check-in clerk checks in the attendee and then hands them off to the credentials clerk, who will issue a wristband indicating that they have been checked into Caucus. The credentials clerk informs the attendee of the room number that the precinct has been assigned and directs them to the school map on the wall. They are then free to chat with the Keep My Voice table before going to their assigned precinct room. It is our desire that all Caucus attendees sign the Keep My Voice petition. If you haven't noticed before, it should be in front of your mind now. Keep My Voice. The State Central Committee of the Utah Republican Party has mandated that the Keep My Voice petition drive and their literature be presented at every Caucus meeting, and that every Caucus attendee be given the opportunity to sign the petition. Keep My Voice is a movement to keep Caucus and to prevent CMV from abolishing our Caucus system. Many state central committee members and many in Republican leadership positions are involved with the Keep My Voice movement. In this example that we are looking at, I would need to plan for 3 check-in clerks, 3 credentialing clerks, 4 help desk workers, 2 Keep My Voice volunteers, and a floater to lend a hand where needed. Precinct chairs and Caucus hosts can fill any and all of the positions up to 6:45 p.m. Then, any precinct chair or Caucus host that is helping with check-in needs to be released to their assigned precinct room. The legislative district chair is the event host and goes to wherever the most help is needed, which will probably be the help desk. Here is a list of things that legislative district chairs need to write down and follow up with. First, download and watch all training videos. Next, maintain contact with each precinct chair in your legislative district. Next, fill Caucus host positions for those precincts that do not have a currently active precinct chair. Recruit volunteers to help with Caucus. Motivate Caucus attendees to donate to the party. Train your precinct chairs, Caucus hosts, and volunteers so that they understand all of the procedures and know how to use the app and are comfortable with it. Coordinate caucus setup and teardown. Coordinate the placement of caucus signs throughout the legislative district. Place caucus signs in preparation for caucus on March 1st. The legislative district chairs need to coordinate with volunteers and plan on being at the Cottonwood Heights City Hall in the morning of March 3rd to stuff envelopes and get paperwork ready for caucus. The exact time will be determined and communicated at a later date. The Cottonwood Heights City Hall is located at 2271 East Bengal Boulevard in Cottonwood Heights. This is located across the street from Brighton High School on the corner of 2300 East and Bengal Boulevard, which is just east of South Highland Drive at about 7600 South. All legislative district chairs must be prepared to hand deliver envelopes and paperwork to each precinct chair in their legislative district individually if need be.